Okay, so welcome to the part I don't know. Okay, so till now we have just a minute. So till now we have created something like this, and it's pretty good. But what like there is missing something. Okay, there is a base which is missing. So as you can see in the images as well, there is a base. Okay, so that base part is missing. So if we are replicating, then why not just replicate it as it is? So we are implementing base in this part. So I'm just stopping this video and we will start on with the base. The base part is really simple. It's not that complicated, I must say that, but it requires like a logic. Okay, I'll explain you the logic as well. Okay, so what are we gonna do? First of all, we want the image of base. So let me say base image is equal to pygame dot image dot load, and I am passing image, and there is a call image called as a base.png. I'll share it with you. So we have the base image with us. Now what we want is if we have a base, then we will need at which speed it's gonna move. So one attribute will be of the velocity. Now there will be one more attribute that we will need to consider. Okay, so just a minute. If you take the eraser, I want to explain you something. Okay, so let's take an example that we have this plane. Okay, now in this plane, the width, or we can say the width of the background that we have, let's say it's somewhat like this. Okay, so this is our base, this is the one image of our base, and this will be our second image of our base. Okay, so by adding this two, our whole one picture is completed. Okay, so remember one thing, it may be possible that the width of this might be too high and something, but we are keeping 2 for a purpose. Why? Because we know that in the x coordinate this stands for minus, and we are decrementing. This will be our x1. Remember, okay, this part, this small square and this small square. Okay, remember these two coordinates. This is x1, the point where I'm currently indicating, and this will be my x2, and this is the width of our base image. Okay, we will be decrementing the x1 and x2 with a certain constant. We will name it as a velocity. Okay, so in every frame this coordinate will move in the negative direction, but there will be a point where the summation of this coordinate plus the width will be less than 0. Okay, so this is the 0. Okay, this is the 0, this is the 0. Okay, so there will be a point where the summation of this and this will be less than 0. That will be the point when this whole frame will be out of this whole container, and that is the point where I again need to initialize my x1 coordinate, and that time this x2 will be here. So my x2 will become so my x1 will become whatever the value we have in x2 plus the width, and similar goes for x2 as well. I'll explain in the code. So from my explaining, we have three coordinates that were continuously striking in my words. Also, we will just define these three coordinates. So here we have a class bird, here we have a class pipe, and there we will have a class of base as well. I first what that I defined was speed or velocity. I'm defining it as 5 because in our all the previous we have defined 5. There is a speed with us. Okay, so now there are three more coordinates, x1, x2 and y. Y will be something which will be passed on by the user. We only need x1 and x2. Okay, and also we need the image. So image is equal to, sorry for this, base image. We are defining the constructor. There will be self, and we will pass the y coordinate in whenever we are calling. This will define the width of our base. Okay, so self dot y is equal to y, self dot x1 will be initially it will be 0, and self dot x2 will be the width of my image. So let me just store it in the variable, sorry, width is equal to base image dot get width. Okay, this will be store my width. So that's why I'm like writing x2 is equal to width, because x2 is here and this is nothing but width of my first time image. So I'm writing self dot width, and that should do the trick. So I have my y, I have my x1, I have my x2. What if we want to move? So move and self. Now our task is to move. Move means to decrease the x1 and x2 coordinates. So how to do that? Okay, so it's simple. self dot x1 minus is equal to self dot velocity or speed. Okay, it's speed. There you go. And self dot x2 minus is equal to self dot speed. Okay, and as I told, I'm decrementing, but there is a threshold that if, as I just told, if there is a point where summation of x1 and the width is less than 0, so if my summation of x1 and my width is less than 0, then my self x1 will become self of x2, whichever point it is. I'm okay with it, self dot there we go. And similar goes for x2 as well, that if x2 plus self dot width is less than 0, this is the point where x2 will be at a point here, and in the summation of this will decrease by 0, then whatever value of x1 will be there, that will be the value of x2 plus the width. So here self dot x2 will be self dot x1 plus self dot width. There you go. So it's simple. We have the move function. Now what we need is just we need to draw it. Okay, how much time I have? I have still 3 minutes. I can do that. It's very simple. The drawing function is too simple. Define draw. Now where do we need to draw? We need a window. So that's why in the argument I'm writing window. And there you go. So now it's simple, as win dot blit, as blit will save this. I'm repeating this many times. Okay, now what we need the image, so it's self dot image, and we need certain coordinates, that's the x coordinate and y coordinate. So it's self dot x1 and self dot y. Similarly blit self dot image, and there we go, self dot x1. Oh, so just a minute, it's not x1, it's x2. Okay, so there we have the drawing as well. Now we just need to call that function, that's it, but for that we need to make one. So there we go, we are calling this as base object or something. Sorry for the double J. Base, and see, the width of our container is 7, sorry, the height of container is 700. So we have to pass y to the function, so we are passing 600 because that should be 100 depth. Okay, so that's why I'm passing 600. And in here where I'm moving the pipe, I should move the base object move as well. And while I'm drawing, after I have drawn the pipe, I can draw the base draw, and I can pass the window as well. So if I'm running this, how much I still have most? Oh, okay, the base is okay, sorry for that, this base object, not base. There you go. If I'm saving this, I'm running this. Okay, our base is running fine. However, you can see this is not good. This is not good, and this was because the image of the base that we have is too small. We need to scale it. So to scaling it, we can use pygame dot transform dot scale 2x, and we can just scale it to double size. Okay, so now it will, I think it will work. So there you go, you have proper working of the Flappy Birds with the base, with the bird, and with the pipes. Okay, so yeah, in the next video we will do the score part, and we will do what we can happen if the birds are colliding. Okay, so that part we will be covering in the next video, I think. Yeah, till then, have a great day. Bye bye.